Boom.
Woo!
Welcome in to episode 2
We're
of
back.
Not Just Sports. Peace, love, and get well soon, Aaron Rodgers.
Oh, yeah.
Could have went with a lot of things there, but decided to,
Yeah. I feel really bad.
give Aaron a little our wishes and prayers. I'm very tired right now. I don't really feel too good, but we got a great show coming for you. I'm Justin Scott, your host, of course. Here's my friend.
And I am Steph Forster.
Beautiful. What do we got for us today on the list?
All right. Well, first we're just going to go over some housekeeping. Just kind of like a reflection on last week, how the first episode was accepted by everybody and all that jazz.
Mm-hmm.
What's new with us this week, what we had been up to. And then we're going to jump right into some football, some betting, some week predictions, some Thursday night recaps, all that jazz. So that's what we're doing today.
And a top 10 list.
Of course. Well, yeah.
We're going to try to do top 10 teams every week, compare them, talk about them, see whose is better. Be a cool poll to do.
Yeah, I like it.
Very nice.
Perfect.
So we are starting with some housekeeping stuff we got here. So what's the first one?
We just want to thank everybody for supporting last week. It was very well, I keep saying accepted, but that's not the word I want to look for. It's, I don't know. I can't remember.
Yeah, I mean, the reception we got was great. Hopefully they're not just saying that.
Yeah, we'll see after this week. If they come back, that's how we really know.
Right. What we got about 136 views, I think we're at right now for the first one, which is beyond what I expected for the first episode.
I know. A couple subscribers, too.
Yep. 15 subscribers right now. So thank you guys for the support. This is just the beginning, as we said, and we're going to keep pushing forward and try to create the best show that we can.
It sure is. And we listened to all of our fans' notes. We know there was an echo last time. So
very true.
Hopefully, I think we fixed it this time. And if not, I'm really sorry. But I think we did.
On the little practice one we did before the show, it sounded just fine. With our luck, when we finish recording this, we'll listen and it's going to sound awful.
Correct, yes.
But we're going to hope for the best with that.
Yeah.
So, yeah, just thank you to everybody.
Yeah. And if you want to support, share, we do have a YouTube channel that we set up.
Right there.
Not Just Sports on YouTube. We also have an Instagram page that we'll be pretty active on. You know, you can follow us on that.
And I want to learn how to do shorts. I don't really know how.
I think I can figure that out.
Yeah, you're the more tech-savvy person. So
yeah. And hopefully, fingers crossed, that I think this week we'll be on Spotify. We saved it as the wrong kind of file last time, and there was no way to export it as that type of file, so it was not on Spotify. We do have an account, but there's nothing posted yet. So
there was a password issue or something?
Yeah, that's a new issue.
I was going to yell at you, like, can we hurry up and get going because I'm starving and tired, but I didn't do it.
Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Appreciate that.
Got to keep the good energy in the room.
Yes.
Cool.
But yeah, so give us a follow, give us a like, a share, all that jazz. But yeah, so let's get started.
Beautiful.
What did we do this week? What's new? What's happening this week?
It's been a long week. It was my first full week of school. I went to work every day.
Wow.
Proud of myself.
That's tough.
Yeah, no, it was a good week. Really nothing eventful. It went very smooth. I'm still very happy with my position. And yeah, I really like where I'm at.
You said something the other day that was like, you were saying that something that you were just not, that you had been in the past, like not enjoying or not looking forward to was work, but now you don't feel that anymore. And I think that's pretty cool. That's a good thing.
I've never felt that in my life. It's kind of whatever. I wake up and it's not like I look forward to going per se, but
yeah, no one does that. But
yeah, I don't dread it, and I like making a difference in these kids' lives, and they make me smile, and I really like what I do right now.
That's awesome.
And I guess I'll share my news first. Why not?
Yeah.
Since I'm already talking.
Do it.
So I've been looking for a part-time job for after school hours for a bit now. I went to 5 Planet Fitnesses. And trying to work at Planet Fitness is like working for NASA. That's the joke I made. It is really crazy. I went to 5 different locations, and they all said, oh, sorry, don't need your help. I think it was an hours thing. But shout out to TK, Tommy Kurgo, got me a job at a gym in Waltham. called Waverly Oaks Athletic Club. Very fancy name. Just going to be working the front desk, folding some towels, greeting some members.
Yeah.
Seems like a very chill, laid-back job. And I'm going to do a morning shift on Saturdays and a couple nights during the week. Really looking forward to it.
So if you want a really clean gym to go to that Justin will be cleaning and some fresh towels, become a member.
Yep. Come see us at Waverly Oaks.
Yeah.
That's the big thing that happened to me this week. Pretty exciting. How about you?
I started coaching officially the middle school cross country in Walpole, where I'm from. So, yeah, it's fun. It's very intimidating. I've never been a coach before, so it was a little scary. Me and my co-assistant coach, Nicole, she's a police officer at in Walpole, and she's very cool. She's very fun, very high energy. But yeah, so we did that. We had 2 practices. It was fun though. It was really fun. I like running with the kids, and they're pretty funny.
Mm-hmm.
They talk about Mario Kart and how
It's
it's possible that King Boo can reach the pedals in his Mario Kart. And honestly, I've never heard a better question.
I don't even know. How'd you answer that? What'd you say?
He didn't ask me directly. I kind of just overheard, but I was just like, wow, I really don't know.
Kids are funny. Kids are really funny.
Yeah, he moved on from it pretty quickly. But yeah, so it's a really nice little program. It's awesome.
Sweet.
For those of you who don't know, I did start my running journey in that program in middle school.
Come full circle.
Yeah, it's run through the rec department in Walpole, but it's just like a chill little vibe, like trying to get kids into running. And a lot of those kids go to the high school program. Like a lot of them do, especially this year. I think Coach O'Toole said there was a lot. And so I was like, it's pretty awesome. So hopefully we'll be doing that for those kids. We have a couple meets this year that we're getting ready for.
Oh, I didn't know that. I thought you said there's not meets. It's just like a...
No, there are meets.
Is this a new edition this year?
No, we had them when I was there too.
Oh, really? Cool.
Yeah. And there's also, I'll plug her my head coach, Coach O'Toole. She runs a fun run in Boston, October 1st in East Boston. It's like a cute little mile fun run for the kids. Cool. And it's for her sister. So, and it helps. I think the money goes towards helping young runners and stuff. So
cool.
I'll find the link to it and we can link it below because it seems like a really cool little run.
Nice. Are we going to do it? I'd like to.
It's the same day as the walk we're doing.
Oh, right.
So I don't think we can, but I think it's just like a fun little Halloween, people dress up in costumes, stuff like that.
Nice.
But yeah, so in East Boston, if anyone's around, go check it out.
And then go to Santapio's after. Great pizza.
Yes, absolutely.
Cool.
But yeah, that's what's new. We did go to the wedding yesterday.
Yep, and that's why I'm in rough shape right now.
We're struggling a little bit.
Shout out to Paige and Brian. Just a beautiful wedding. Love you guys both very much.
Gorgeous. For those of you who are really rooting for us to make the ceremony, we did not make the ceremony.
It took me about 3 hours to get down there. I had to make a stop at your house and pick you up, but even still, it was going to take 2.5.
Yeah, I saw on the map that it was going to take an hour and a half from me, and you said you weren't going to get to my house till 4:30, and I was like, okay, we're just going to roll with we're not going. We're just going to show up for this reception. But that's okay.
In all our trips, whether it's quick or just long road trips, you're always the driver. So I'm not very patient with driving, and that really tested my limits.
Yeah, you did good though. You did a very good job.
I did, and it took me a while to get in a good mood when we got to the Airbnb. But
it's okay.
After I think the nip was the turning point, McGillicuddy's nip, and then I was like, all right, I'm ready to rock and roll.
And we did rock and roll.
Yep.
Yeah, it was at Newport Vineyards in Middleton, Rhode Island.
Yes.
Gorgeous, absolutely gorgeous.
Very very.
Oh my
pretty.
God, gorgeous. Yeah, it was like a cute little winery. There was a beautiful sunset for photo opportunities.
And what's cool about that is there's supposed to be a hurricane, or I guess there is a hurricane right now.
Or a tornado or something.
Yeah, and yesterday it ended up being a really, really nice night.
Yeah, gorgeous.
Some winds, but even still, it was very, very pretty. And like
windy.
you said, that sunset was magical.
Paige said the ceremony wasn't even that windy either, so that I'm really glad that worked out for them because it would be stressful.
Dylan and Kaios actually, remember the rain percentage was at 90%, and we were like, oh, we're doomed. We put tents up everywhere and ended up not even needing them.
No, but the next day, downpour.
Oh, crazy downpour. Yeah. What,
Like
and,
it would have had to been canceled if that it was
Right.
like bad.
and in this
really,
case,
really
you look
bad.
today, the winds are insane and rain sporadically throughout the day. So
It's supposed to
glad.
be good luck though. Rain on your wedding.
Is it?
It is supposed to be good luck.
I think that's BS. I think it's just to make you feel better about a shitty situation. But hey,
Probably, yeah. That's okay. Like the
Whatever- whatever
slow and
gets you
steady
through it.
wins the race type of saying.
Yep.
It's okay.
So
Yeah.
at the wedding, I should mention at the first one, I don't know if we said this in the first episode, but we got cut off at the bar.
We did.
And I had a similar instance this time because I was getting 2 at a time. So I'd get a tequila soda for myself and 1 for you. And she made a comment. She said, I can't be giving you 2. Like, who's the other one for? And I was like, I panicked and I said my dad, who already had a glass of wine in his hand. So that was a bad look.
Oh.
And she said, okay, like, that's it. No more. So I took that as like, I'm done. But yeah, so I went back later and she was like, yeah, like you can have 1. 1's fine. But in between that time, I would send in some secret agents to get me some drinks.
Yes.
Shout out Auntie Robin.
Oh yeah, she got you.
Hooked me up with the Bud Light. Yeah.
The staff was very nice. They
Yes.
were those 2 girls bartending were very, very nice.
They were.
But I did get more like it was like one time I went up and they were like serious, and then the next time they were like joking and didn't care.
Yeah, dude.
I couldn't really tell if they
Yeah.
actually cared or not.
Well, the second time they had like the party glasses on and like they were just
they
laughing and
they
having.
were
Were they drinking? I hope.
I hope so. I wish I had cash. I didn't get to give them a tip, but because I didn't have anything on me. But they were very, very, very sweet.
They were,
very
and
nice
that was
staff.
another thing that turned the tide for me. Is my dad said, "Well, have you been tipping them?" I said, "No, I don't have cash." And he was like, "Well, that's another thing that will put you on their bad side." So he
Yeah.
slipped me a 5, and I threw it in there. So
Yeah.
Now
They
I
were
know.
Amazing.
Yep.
Very nice staff.
Yep.
Very, very sweet.
And a great band as well. They did a live band, which I haven't seen at a wedding before, but just they
was
did
awesome.
fantastic. They were playing jam after jam after jam. I think Shout was the best one when they were throwing Brian in the air.
Oh my
Pretty
god.
sweet.
Amazing. I was skeptical of the live band, not because first of all, I love live music,
Yep.
but I'm like, they have to like play like hits, and like I know that like some bands like they can only play certain like songs, like that's in their like their range and their whatever. So I was like, well, I don't know, but you did make a good point that maybe they're like known for weddings, and they must be because they were amazing. Like,
Yeah, actually,
so good.
I looked them up on Instagram. I probably
I
won't be
don't
able to
remember
find
what
it
they
right
were
now.
called.
But they were. It didn't say anything about wedding specific. They're
What's
just,
the name of their band? I don't remember.
I forget, and I won't be able to find it.
We'll find it. We'll link them below.
Yeah, we will do
Because
that as
they
well.
were
That's-
amazing. They were honestly truly great.
Yeah, they had like 700, 800-ish followers. It was a girl lead singer and a guitar player.
Yes. They had
Boy
a drummer
and-
too, right?
I was so damn
I think
drunk,
they had a
dude.
drummer. They had a drummer.
There's a bass player too, maybe.
I think so. They
Yeah.
were amazing. They sounded great. Absolutely. Like she literally, the lead vocalist, like they played an Amy Winehouse song, and I was like, I thought it was her. I was
Yeah.
like, this is Amy. They were amazing.
Yeah, she was fabulous.
So if you're in the wedding band search, you should look them up because they were amazing. We
Yeah.
will find their name.
And
let
even
you
just
know.
as consideration, if you want to do something different rather than a DJ, a cheesy DJ that's gonna say the cheesiest things. This was
Yes.
not. It was so different. I never experienced anything like it, and they knocked it out of the park. They did great.
Killed it.
Yep.
So yeah, congrats to Brian and Paige.
Paige
Beautiful wedding.
Powers.
Paige Powers. Beautiful wedding. I did cry during the maid of honor speeches.
Yep. All 3 were
My God.
fantastic, and Brian's brother did great too.
Yeah, he had a great speech.
Um,
Amazing.
Yeah, it was a really, really fun wedding, and I'm feeling the effects of it still.
That's all right.
You're never hungover. I remember I walked into my parents' room and they could just see it on my face, like, "Oh boy, you're in
Oh, no.
trouble." And then you walk in and they're asking, How you doing?" You're like, "Oh, I'm fine. I'm
It
doing
was
great."
great.
As always,
Doing great.
you're hangover proof.
Apparently so.
But yeah, that was the wedding.
Yeah, I think
Fantastic time.
I think that was our week.
Yeah,
Pretty good week.
yeah. And going forward, tomorrow we have something big coming up. I figured. talking
Oh,
about-
I almost forgot.
yeah.
Shout out to my dad because he just texted me yesterday out of nowhere and said, "Want to go to the Patriots Dolphins game on Sunday night?" And I was like, "Absolutely yes, like 100%." I think he got tickets through his work or something. I don't know, but he got these when we went last year to the Christmas Eve game. Him and my brother went to the same game through these tickets somehow because he asked me the same thing last year, and I was like, "Actually, we're already going."
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
this time, no one was going.
Everybody went to Christmas Eve.
I
game.
know, that was awesome. I hope we can do something similar.
Yeah,
But
really looking forward to it. I'm usually anti going to football games because it's such a TV sport.
it is.
I miss hearing the commentary, and it's not that it's hard to follow, but like not seeing the yellow line for the first down on the field is weird because you got to look on the sideline for the marker, and definitely a TV sport. But of course, I want to say thank you to your father. Just a very nice gesture.
Yeah, that was awesome. I was like, sure.
Yep.
So we're going tomorrow.
And
I'm
yeah,
very
fantastic seats, and I'm very excited.
excited. And most importantly, a parking pass.
Yeah.
So we don't have to deal with traffic
Huge,
or Route 1 or any of that.
huge,
So
major.
yeah, thank you to my dad for that. That was awesome.
And I'm really considering if I call it work Monday or not. I don't know.
Just do it.
Should I?
Yeah.
I might do the.
I'm off, so
I'm gonna come in an hour late just to gain that hour of sleep.
yeah, I'm off. So,
Yeah, I know I'm jealous
but yeah.
because getting out of that stadium is gonna be hell,
Yeah.
and the game won't end till 11:30. So
Maybe maybe we can hopefully it'll be a good outcome also. So we'll
I'm a little worried
see
about that.
Yeah.
A little bit.
Miami's a little scary to me.
And yeah, the Patriots had a chance to win that game last week, and shot themselves in the foot too many times early, and couldn't bounce back completely. And the Eagles tried to hand them the game, but didn't happen. So hopefully a better outcome. Although the Dolphins are a really, really good team, as we saw last week. I'm already
Yeah.
jumping into the sports topics before you even introduced them, but is that where we're going next anyways?
Yeah, I think that's a good transition.
All
A
right.
good transition piece
Yeah.
right here.
Don't think I have anything else on my week. Things are going good in
Yeah.
general?
I have this weekend off because it's Rosh Hashanah. So happy New Year to anyone that celebrates Rosh Hashanah out there, the Jewish New Year.
Hell yeah,
happy
brother.
New Year.
Hell yeah.
We love days off for holidays. But
Great.
yeah,
All right.
that's all.
What we got first?
So, well, I think first and foremost, we kind of did a little in the beginning, but I really do need to formally apologize to Aaron Rodgers.
Yep.
I feel terrible because I feel like I cursed him a
Yeah.
little.
I kind
feel
of get
really
that
bad.
too. And, we were both very anti-Jets. And maybe some people are expecting us to, take a little of a positive spin on it. Like now they're definitely going to stink.
No.
But
No.
no, I mean,
That is too mean. That is terrible.
It is awful.
We're not bad people.
No.
We would not. That
definitely
was
not.
Very, very
Aaron,
sad.
it's very, very sad. And the way that it happened was kind of weird because he got up pretty quickly, but then he was like, oh, shoot, something's really, 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 really wrong here. He went back to the ground and held his leg. And yeah, clean tear of the Achilles. And he put something on Instagram that made me really sad too. Something like, darkness comes and I will rise. Something like that.
It's something really out there.
Yeah.
For sure.
And
Very Aaron Rodgers of him.
And just for that whole team, all the fans, they've been through a lot. And, I've been making fun of the Jets for years because we can, and we've beaten them 14, 15 straight times and all that. But in this moment, I was very sad for them, and they did not deserve that. The first time they felt some excitement with their team, and you could really feel the energy in that building just
They
by
were
watching
excited.
the TV.
Like,
Yeah,
and this was like heavily anticipated.
right. Him coming out with the flag and just insane energy in that building, and to have it happen in 4 plays on the first series is just.
I also think I'm like, what if that ever happened to Brady? Like then we would have been sad too, even though
Well-
you know what I mean? Like when he went to the Bucks, like
Yeah,
if
true.
that ever happened to us, like someone great came here and then that happened. Like
Right.
it's just
Very
not how you want to start it out, especially being old and stuff like
Yeah.
that too.
Very good point, actually. But Brady actually did get hurt in week 1 when my dad was at the game, and he blew out his ACL and missed the rest of the season. He only played 1 game that year, or 1.5. I don't remember if it was the first quarter, second quarter, whatever. But
What year was this?
2008, I think it was coming off of the undefeated season, followed by
yeah,
loss.
that's extra sad.
Yeah, and Matt Castle took over and won 11 games and missed the playoffs. But yeah, really, really devastating for Rodgers and that whole team. And I'm not gonna lie, I was just taking in the energy, and I was like kind of scared of the Jets for a second. I was like, maybe they're gonna be pretty good. That crossed my mind. And watching the
Right.
defense play, they balled out that game.
They
Granted,
did
Josh
win,
Allen
so
just
I mean, that's another. They did win
they did
the game,
really crazy.
which was crazy.
Yeah, Josh Allen just played
to,
like a
like,
total
scramble.
doofus. Just some of those turnovers no, honestly, I'd say all of them were kind of unforced. The 3 picks, 2 of them deep. One of them was like kind of like a punt, essentially. The other one was just a desperate deep shot, just eyes closed. I'm going to throw it up there. And another one on the sideline on an out route. That was pretty bad as well. And then the fumble, Jesus Christ. I think you were asleep for
I
most
did
of
fall
this game.
asleep about halfway through.
So he got the snap and he dropped it. So he went to pick it up off the ground again. And then he ran with it again and literally lost it instantly. It's just he could not hold the ball for the life of him. And at one point, the Jets were plus 1,100 to win that game. And it's one of my biggest regrets because I was thinking afterwards, like, if the Jets lose, I'll still be pretty happy. But if they win, I will have that to bank on.
Right.
I'll just take the cash. And, of course, the moment that they won, some people were giving me my my humble stew. And
Yeah.
I imagine I'd be able to respond with, like, yeah, look at this bet slip, bitch. I just won $500.
Right,
Yeah.
right. I see.
And,
Yeah.
and I just didn't have the courage to do it.
Yeah, you had a rough week with betting.
Yeah.
Rough weekend. So
Pretty awful.
I don't blame you for that.
Awful to say the least, but betting's at the end, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
We're going to bounce back this week. I feel
Yeah.
good. I feel good with my...
Spoiler alert, it was not a good weekend of betting for you last weekend.
No, very shitty. But yeah, we're going to talk about that later.
Yeah.
So, yeah, about Aaron, I think we pretty much touched on everything. Wishing him the best.
Yeah, Achilles is so scary. I've always, like, whenever I heard that, like, when you, like... Which now I'm starting to think can be a myth, and it doesn't happen every time, but I was always told when you, like, tear your Achilles, your, like, calf, like, rolls up like a...
Yeah.
Like a...
If you see the video, I don't think I showed you, but you can literally see it happen. Like his calf, it's like waves going through his calf. It's crazy.
Stop. That, and I, like, think about that, and it just, ooh.
Yeah, and especially it would be tough for a 25-year-old, never mind going on 40 years old. Just really tough.
I've been scared of it literally since I was, like, 15.
Tearing Achilles?
Yeah, because I heard that happens.
Yeah.
I'm just, like, thinking about it and, like, picturing it and how painful. Like, I can't. Oh no.
It's quite honestly like the worst
Terrible.
injury you can have in sports, barring something insane like in hockey getting a skate.
As
up
much
near
as I
your
don't
face.
like Aaron, I hope this doesn't.
Yeah, no, it
This
sucks.
doesn't mean he retires. 'Cause I do want him to. That's a terrible way to go. I want him to come back.
He seems adamant that he's coming back, and the team fully anticipates him being back. But it puts him in a really tough position. Achilles is really hard to come back from, and Aaron's always had an aspect to his game that involves moving around, escaping.
It must be tough.
He may not be the same ever again. And if that is the last play he plays, it sucks.
Sad,
It really does.
Really sad.
Yeah, so wishing him the best. And the Jets defense looks good. And now they throw Zach Wilson out there. They're not very happy about that, but
Yeah, didn't they, like, hire that other guy? Is it the coordinator that calls the plays?
what about him?
Didn't they say that they, like, hired him on the Jets, like, for Aaron Rodgers? Or
Oh,
something?
yeah.
Like, they, like, planned their whole season on him.
Yeah, they dedicated everything to him.
Which is kind of crazy.
I think he was the OC in Green Bay while he was there. And then that was actually the
Right,
coach that
right.
was in Denver last year that got fired mid-season. Can't remember which week, but yeah, Nat Hackett. And Nat Hackett, Zach Wilson combo is quite frightening for the Jets. Big underdogs against the Cowboys. They might totally get mauled against the Cowboys. That O-line is very shaky, and that's the best
Is
D-line
that
in
this
the league.
week?
What?
This week they play the Cowboys?
They do. That would be such a cool game because Aaron's like, he's been owning the Cowboys in his career, and now we just don't get to see it. And that's the thing, just as a football fan, it really stinks. It was such a cool story. And even though I was on the downside of the Jets, it would be really cool to see it play out and see how far they can take it. But like I said, watching that defense play and just how those fans were just totally embracing Aaron and the whole team, it's like, man, maybe I got this wrong a little bit. But hey, we'll never know. We'll never know. Maybe I escaped one.
Yeah.
Could have dodged a bullet a little bit.
Maybe you got lucky.
Maybe, just maybe. Okay. So, going to
Top
continue
10?
with football, and we're going to roll with, top 10s. Would you like to go first?
Sure.
Okay.
Okay. Now, I didn't really watch all the games last week. I was working, so I did not watch almost any of them, but I know who won. So
Did you even watch any of the Patriots game, or were you just
I
totally
was
KO'd?
mostly asleep also.
Until the very end.
Yeah, in the beginning. So the middle part is when I fell asleep.
Yeah.
I was there for the beginning.
Wait,
and that
before, sorry to cut you off, but
It's
before
okay.
you jump into your top 10, I just want to shout out Coco Goff, who did end up winning. That was the one bright spot about my betting experience last week. Coco took it down.
Yes.
Um,
She did do something for you.
she did.
Give you the
And did you ever find those shirts?
No, but if anyone knows where the Call Me Coco, cross out Coco, but it says champion,
Yeah.
I need that.
Yeah, she's such a badass.
I think New Balance will be selling them, but I haven't really looked since last week.
We do need some Coco merch.
They're going to be expensive, but I don't care. I would love.
So yeah, a little 2 cents on tennis. Go Coco. Really, really great match against
Oh my
Sabalenka.
God. She's just a firecracker.
She is. Little 19-year-old taking down the
And
entire
so
tournament.
well spoken.
What's
when
that?
She went so well spoken.
Oh, God, yeah.
When she did her
Shouting everybody
like-
out, thanking everybody. Yeah.
and
Just
thanking when she was thanking her haters or like everyone that told her she couldn't do it. And she was like, "You just fueled my fire." And I'm like,
Exactly.
yeah.
Yeah.
Let's
Yeah.
go.
You thought
I
you were
love
putting
her.
water on the fire, but you're putting gasoline. I think
Yeah.
that's what she said.
Oh my God.
Yeah,
So
we're
cool.
Coco fans for life now. Go
So
Coco.
cool.
Great performance.
Coco.
And looking forward to see her play the next time, which I don't know what it's going to be. The French
Isn't
Open maybe
French
in
Open
January?
next, you said?
I feel like there's one in November, but I don't know.
We'll figure it out.
We will.
Find
We
it.
will. But sorry to cut you off. I feel like I had
That's
to
okay.
add that in there because there was a positive in the betting experience last week, and that was the one.
Yes.
Everything
yes, you
else
are
was shitty,
correct.
but
You're correct.
yeah. All right.
Okay.
Roll with the top 10.
My top 10. This game I did watch. I'm going to have to put Cowboys number 1 right now because, I mean, they were playing the Giants, but 40-0 is just absolutely crazy.
It is. It's
I don't
nuts.
know. They just seemed very undefeated and strong. And I think I remember all the radios were talking about, like, are the Cowboys just that good or
Mm-hmm.
the Giants just that bad?
Yeah, that was a big topic, and honestly, it could be a little bit of both. Time will tell.
But they all are also my my Super Bowl picks, so I feel like I had to put them at the top
Fair enough.
because I'm very proud of them.
I usually like starting from the bottom, though. I like starting at 10. You
Oh.
like starting at 1?
Well, it's too late. I
It
already
is
started
too
at
late.
one.
It is too late.
But yes,
Yeah, screw it.
that would have made more sense. You can do from the bottom up.
I will.
Okay. Number 2, I'm a little sad about this one, but the Eagles.
Yep.
They did beat the Vikings on Thursday.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry about that.
Yeah.
You picked Vikings. I did pick Eagles.
Well, the
was
coin
close.
picked Vikings. I was kind of torn on that game. I just had a feeling the Vikings would win, and I flipped the coin, and it ended up on the Vikings side.
It was close.
It
Closer
was,
than I thought.
and if they didn't turn the ball over 4 damn times,
That's
turn
a
the ball over 4 times and you lose by 6, that tells you that you probably should have won that game.
It seemed like they turned it over more. I know it was only 4, but it
Oh,
just
yeah.
seemed like they had a lot going against them.
And one of them was a freaking touchdown, a yard away from a touchdown, and he fumbles it out. Justin
Crazy.
Jefferson fumbles out the back, and then it's totally shifts the game.
Yeah. So I did have
God.
Eagles second. They just seem very, very sturdy right now.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, I do not like them, but it did pain me a little bit when they were winning because, like, I had to pick between the two, and I picked them. But, like, it was at home. Whenever their fans were cheering, I was just
Gonna
like,
ask you
oh, I
about that.
hate them. I really do not like them, but
They're awful.
they're doing pretty well so far, so I'm going to have to put them 2.
I think it's, sorry to interrupt again. I think it's at the point where I hate Philly more than New York. It's crazy to say. But the Yankees will always be my number 1 hated team, but just as a city, Philly's just disgusting.
Well, that's the thing is it's more like the fans. The fans are what bother me more,
Yeah.
I think.
Uh-huh.
Genuinely. Even with the Chiefs, it's the fans that bother me the most. Like,
Agreed.
and Travis Kelce, I don't like him. But, like, Mahomes is, like, he's fine. I'm not, like, there's nothing wrong with him.
Right.
His brother's a different story, and his wife. But he's fine. He's very talented.
Yeah, and he always says all the right things at the podium, and you can tell he's got
a
a
good
good,
guy.
really good
I
head
like
on
him.
his shoulders. Yeah.
I like him, but
Yeah.
his fans I don't like.
Agreed.
They bother me so much.
Agreed.
So I think it's genuinely more the fans. It has nothing to do with the actual team at all.
Yeah.
They did beat us in the Super Bowl, so I'm not happy about that either. But
Yep.
third, I had 49ers. I don't really have anything to add to that one. I
Everyone
know
knows
they
they're
won,
awesome.
and I know that they're still a good team.
Although, who'd they beat? Do you remember? No. You should.
Oh, I do. Wait.
The Steelers.
Oh,
They
that's
mollywhopped
not
the Steelers. Steelers
Yeah.
couldn't get a first down for a long time.
sad. My team.
Yeah, 49ers, third. You're on number 3?
Third, yeah.
Okay.
Fourth, Lions.
Okay.
I mean, I just watched that one game on Thursday, but
It's the only game they've played so far.
yeah. So I just say Lions because I don't know. I'm always rooting for them a little bit.
Oh yeah,
I
of
like
course.
them. Then I had to put Chiefs.
Yep.
Just because they're the Chiefs. They're good.
Mm-hmm. Even though they lost.
Gotta accept it.
And that's
even
the
though they
thing.
lost to the Lions, which is why I put the Lions above them.
Fair enough. And it's not the standings, as Nick always says. They are 0-1, but we know the Chiefs are still good.
Exactly. So, but the Lions are above them because they did beat them. Then I have Ravens because they're also good.
Number 6, right?
Yes.
Okay.
6.
Yep.
Then I have Miami,
Okay.
and then
Say the number 2, because I'm like kind of.
7 is Miami. So okay, I'll go back. 1 Cowboys, 2 Eagles, 3 49ers, 4th is Lions, 5th is Chiefs, 6th is Ravens, 7th is Miami.
Okay.
Again, just because they're a strong team
Yep.
with Tua and all that.
Yep.
That's all I really know about them. Number 8's where it's gonna get a little funky. I put Commanders
Wow.
8th.
Okay.
Because they are my team, and they were the only ones that got me my point last week. So
Fair enough. At least
I'm
you're
gonna
not
stand-
winless.
I'm
You know
gonna
who you
stand-
are,
yeah,
Mr. Winless.
That's why they made my list because, like, yeah.
Okay.
I'm kind of regretting number 9.
Really?
I said the Bills, but just because, like,
Yeah.
again, like they're just a strong team.
Mm-hmm.
I know that they can win. Who are they playing this week?
The Raiders.
So they probably will win.
Yeah, they're like 8 or 9 point favorites. Yeah,
Yeah,
they should
so-
win. They're my survivor pick.
So they'll win. But they're lower on the list than I think most people would have them, just because they did lose
Yep.
to the Jets.
In
Unfortunately.
horrifying fashion.
Exactly. And then this one's more of a potential. Like, I see the potential in them. The Patriots are number 10
I like it.
because I don't know. It was a very frustrating loss because they were just like so close. Like if they just like held it together
Yep.
and like stuck to, I don't know, like basics. Isn't that the whole thing that everyone makes fun of for? Is like Bill Belichick's always like the fundamentals, like all the basics.
Oh yeah, but
sloppy football.
they're just not that team anymore.
Yeah,
For
so he
since
needs
Brady
to just
left,
like build
they
it back
make
up
mistakes.
in them.
They lose games that they should win. It's the new Patriots. It's how
He
it
just
goes.
needs to build that back up in them, and I think if they can do that, they'll be better. But their defense was good.
Defense would look
Right?
fantastic.
Yeah, I thought so.
The
I
Eagles
thought
are
they
no
looked good.
joke offensively too, and
I thought they did a good job.
they really, really played well. Yep.
So I just see the potential in them. So I put them at number 10 because I know that they're not up to where they should be, but they could move a little bit up.
I love it. I love it. I'm gonna provide a spoiler. I don't have the Patriots top 10, but you made me want to.
Well, all right, you start
But
from
I'm not
10
gonna.
now.
But before I jump into my top 10, I just quick recap of the Patriots game. We already talked about how it was a game they should have won. All that. Mac Jones played really well. I've been a Mac Jones skeptic ever since he was drafted, and I must say he looked pretty impressive. He made that one huge mistake on the pick 6, but other than that, I mean, over 300 yards, 3 TDs, and he was gonna win that damn game if Booty gets his foot down. Couldn't make the catch on the sideline. It was a great ball. And that would put him like, it was in the red zone. I don't know, like 10-yard line maybe. And Mac played great, and I really got to give him his flowers on that. Like you said, the defense looked great. Gonzalez got cooked a little bit by Devontae Smith, but he made some big plays as well. And he looks like a promising talent. Excuse me. The running game was a little bit concerning. Mondre really never got going. Zeke fumbled. And the Patriots, over the past couple of years, have been a very run-dominant team. And that aspect of the game just wasn't really there. So it's a
I
little
did
concerning.
notice that also.
Yeah. Maybe it's just by design of the offense, like Bill O'Brien wants to put more power in Mac Jones' hands and let him have more free reign over the
Have
offense.
they really
but
been a run-dominant team?
the Patriots?
Yeah.
Always have been. Well,
Because-
obviously not always, but past
I don't
couple
know.
years. Yeah.
I noticed it when, I guess the first time I even noticed it was Sony Michel because when we had him and won the Super Bowl with him, he was good.
Yeah,
But
I mean,
I feel like I always kind of remember, like being not him not being good, but I would just be like, I feel like just let Tom Brady throw it. Like, I don't know, you know what I
it's
mean?
freaking Tom Brady.
That's what I mean, and I don't know, like, and ever since then, I'm just like, I feel like it hasn't been that great, just based on observation. Now that I know, looking back, I'm like, I feel like we just weren't that good
Yeah.
at running.
Yeah, the Patriots really have never had like superstar running backs. Corey Dillon was probably the best one way back in the
I don't
day.
even know who that is.
He was on the earlier Super Bowl teams. Was he? No way he was on all three. I'm not sure. But yeah, it's a concern. I believe in Mondre. He's a good player. Hopefully he can step it up next week. Hopefully Zeke can hold on to the ball. It's a very promising 1-2 punch on paper, but we got to see it play out. And yeah, I just wanted to shout out Mac Jones because he played really well. But I'm done with the moral victory shit. Like last year, it'd be like, oh, if this little thing was different, we would have had that win. And there was just too many of those. And I'm just like burnt out on it. I'm like, no, like a loss is a freaking loss now. Like enough of this shit. We haven't won a playoff game since Brady left, and it's time to just lock into totally winning mode. And I was very upset that they lost that game. And I'm not taking away. I already did take away positives, but holistically, I'm not happy with it. It's a loss.
Yeah, you did do that a lot last year. I remember you were like, we should be this. And I'm like, well,
It
we
isn't.
just aren't.
Yep. So I'm changing my tune on that.
I like that. That's a good thing.
Yeah, and not to get too off topic, but I just wanted to give my 2 cents on the Patriots. And this table's sticky as hell.
I really tried to wash it.
You did try?
I did. During, on Thursday, when everyone was watching and I was cleaning up, and I brought Jill's like spray down here and tried to clean it, and it did not work. So
Probably
she
a lot
needs
of
touch up.
beer stains. And this table's freaking legendary. It really is.
Yeah, it is. Remember when we bought it at Lowe's?
Quite diverse. It holds a lot of beers. It holds a lot of technology equipment. It's a beast.
It is a beast.
Shout out this table.
We used to hate it, remember, when you first bought it?
Yeah, it was a pain in the ass. Yeah.
Such a pain.
Because like
I
when we
hated
play
it.
drinking games, you can't bounce the ball very well. It's like dead spots
Yep.
everywhere.
And you can't stop it with the quarter during hockey either.
Yeah. But yeah, shout out this table, and here I am getting distracted again.
All right.
I'm going to start in the reverse order. I'm going to start at number 10. I'm going to go the Packers. They played seemingly a bad Bears team, which I'm sorry to break to you.
I know.
I know the Bears defense stinks, but Jordan Love seemed really comfortable, and I didn't get to watch a lot of these games. I don't have Red Zone. I honestly don't like it, like having like 4 games on at once, like kind of like zoom in on one.
Yeah,
So I
can't
kind of
do
just check
that.
the box score of things and see some highlights. But from what I was able to gather, Jordan Love was pretty solid, bonding with those young receivers and creating a very stable, sturdy team over there. And makes you think, like, if Aaron didn't cause all that drama last year, would they have been a bigger play in the NFC? And that's what Jordan's doing right now. He's providing some stability and some normalcy in that organization. And they look pretty damn good. So I got them at number 10. Number 9, I got the Lions. Might be a little low.
Wow.
Yeah, no, I want to put them higher, and I really should now that I'm looking at this. But obviously, we talked about on the first episode their win versus the Chiefs. It was very impressive. I think they lose that game, as I said, if Kelsey's playing. But even still, it was a great performance. And I just need to see more. I need to see more proof. Like the Lions have never done it before. So I just need
enough.
more examples of their success to
That makes sense.
rank them higher. Yeah. But I have them at 9. They're a good team. Number 8, you're going to be like, what? Why? The Bengals.
I didn't even have them on mine.
Yeah. The Bengals
You
totally
disappointed me.
shit the bed. They played terribly, and the Browns always have their number.
I-
Joe Burrow now is like 1-6 versus the Browns in his career, something
That makes
like that.
no sense to me. They're not a good team. Why is he losing to them?
Yeah, well, it's just one of those things that when a team owns a team, it kind of how it goes.
Like us with
He played awful. He had like 80-something passing yards, and it was just a total disaster. They couldn't do anything.
I mean, he didn't even make my list.
Yeah, no, I mean,
So-
they're just, it's not the standings. They're 0-1, but they are the Bengals. We know that they're a good team. Hopefully they don't bounce back next week because they play the Ravens.
Oh, that's going to be a good game. I'm so excited.
Should be. And I originally had that game in my bet, but I got a little bit scared. Little preview of the betting. But yeah, I have the Bengals 8. 7, I got the Jaguars. Not a real entirely impressive win. They played the Colts. Anthony Richardson in his first start looked really, really good. Some crazy things happened in that game. I really didn't get to watch it, but a lot of turnovers, some crazy goal line play that I think ended up in a touchdown the other way or something insane. I don't know. I remember Cargo going off about it. But Jaguars took care of business. Divisional games are always tough, especially on the road. They've lost like the last 9 out of 10 games in Indy, so they got to win on the road against a divisional opponent. So I have them at number 7. Calvin Ridley looked fantastic also. So Lawrence finally has like a really, really good number 1 receiver to go to. 6, I got the Ravens. I am honestly a little concerned about the Ravens. They have some major injuries in the secondary, and J.K. Dobbins, their running back, goes down again. And he's been one of those players that like has not been able to play at all just because of major injuries. Knees.
I feel like they seem to have that problem a lot.
The Ravens,
in general,
they are snake bitten with injuries in their history. That is correct. Good observation.
Mm-hmm.
They played Houston in C.J. Stroud's first start, and it was a 1-point game at halftime. It was 7-6, and they could really never get rolling. Lamar didn't play too well, and I was really not liking what I was seeing from them. But Mark Andrews wasn't there. Hopefully he comes back this week, and hopefully they can get rolling on offense a little bit. But I was concerned, I'm not going to lie. But I have them at 6 still because I think they have a high upside. I think if they play to their potential and they can avoid further major injuries, I think they're going to be just fine. 5, I got the Eagles. They are 2-0. The only team that's 2-0 right now. Both wins are pretty solid. Versus the Patriots, they looked a little rusty on offense, and some of that rust came off against the Vikings. Played a much better game. A little bit concerned about the defense. Kind of got torched by the Vikings, and Mac threw for over 300 yards against them. They had some injuries in the secondary as well, and yeah.
What does the secondary mean?
Good
I always
question.
hear people say that, and I have no idea what that means.
Corners, safeties, so the backside of the defense.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
That makes sense.
Yeah. Eagles are still a good team, obviously, and they took care of business both times. So I have them at number 5. 4, I have the Chiefs. Chiefs, of course, lost, and you pretty much said the story on them. We're kind of on the same page about it. Mm-hmm. They are the Chiefs. They go into Jacksonville next week with Kelsey and Chris Jones back, likely. We'll see how they do. I have them at 4. 3, I have the Dolphins. Dolphins look great. Won in a shootout versus the Chargers. Just those receivers, man. I mean, Tyreek Hill is just freaking insane. Had over 200 yards. How many touchdowns? I don't know. 2, 3. I know he went off in fantasy because all the fantasy managers in my friend group were just going like, oh, my God, Tyreek Hill. Holy shit. Look at all these points. But, yeah, just so dynamic on offense. We'll see if the defense can tighten up some strings. They let the Chargers go for 34, was it? I think 36-34 is the final. So they got to tighten up the defense a little bit, but, man, they can just run a track meet on anybody with that speed. I have them at number 3. Number 2, the Cowboys. Cowboys are just very well-rounded. That defense looks to be maybe the best in the league. Totally overwhelmed that Giants O-line. And 40-0, man.
That's crazy. It's crazy. It really is crazy.
And
1 point?
It's crazy, yeah. And just to add to the betting pain, Pavel asked me earlier in the day, do you want to bet 50 on the game? He had the Giants, I had the Cowboys, and I was like losing so much. I was like, no, I'm just going to stop. And it would have been an easy $50, the easiest $50 in my life.
Right.
Of course I said no.
Well, yeah, like I said, you had a rough week.
I did. It was shitty. But yeah, the Cowboys look really, really good. They play the Jets at home with Zach Wilson. They should steamroll that O-line and make life hell for Zach Wilson. So they should be looking at 2-0. And, yeah, I got them at 2. Number 1, I have the 49ers. They really made a statement. Going into Pittsburgh and winning like that, it's not easy. Maybe Pittsburgh isn't as good as we thought, but even still, going against Mike Tomlin.
Were they supposed to be really good? Like, not really good. But like,
no, I mean, some people are pretty damn high on them.
I thought they were just kind of a mid team.
Yeah, they're projected to be like a fringe playoff team. You know, they could squeak in there. Some people have them winning the division too, actually. So the view on them is from okay to pretty damn good.
Wow.
But yeah, I mean, that not an easy place to play, and they just put their foot down and just said no from off the bat. Totally dominated that game, and Purdy played great. Purdy looks to be pretty damn good. Those questions that a lot of people had out there, he's too small, and he's a 7th-round pick for a reason. He was the last pick for a reason. But he just looks in total command. And yeah, he has weapons all around him that booster his performance, but even still, he can move. He's pretty athletic. He seems to be a good leader, good kid. There's
How old
really,
is he?
what's that?
How old is he?
24, 25?
Wow,
Yeah.
that's crazy.
Yeah, the 49ers seemingly have no weakness right now. If they can stay healthy, they are a freight train. Talent everywhere on both sides of the ball. So yeah, that's my top 10. I'm going to go in order from 1 to 10 real quick, run it over. 1 49ers, 2 Cowboys, 3 Dolphins, 4 Chiefs, 5 Eagles, 6 Ravens, 7 Jaguars, 8 Bengals, 9 Lions, 10 Packers. How about that?
Sweet.
All right.
Yeah.
Cool.
What about your what's your upset alert of the week?
Oh, shit. I forgot to do that. Let me look at the game slate real quick.
I have
Did you write yours down?
I don't have it written down, but I know what mine is.
Really? Okay. I'm going to take a quick look at the slate. Why don't you say yours first?
I think as soon as I say it, you might copy me.
Really?
Patriots over the Dolphins, baby.
Wow. Okay. Yeah.
We're going to the game. They better win for us.
I love that. I love that.
I knew you were going to copy it. Or maybe not. You might. If you find someone better, then you can pick that. But that's mine. Patriots versus the Dolphins.
I like it.
Patriots are going to win.
I actually wasn't going to go there, and my dad just texted me, I'm going to the Packy. Do you want something? No, I'm not drinking tonight. It's not happening.
Sober night at the pig roast.
Yeah,
tonight.
for sure. Shit. Who do I want to go with here? I'm going to go.
Just have them get a 6-pack.
Are you serious?
I'll have some.
Fuck. Okay.
Just a 6.
I'll let them know. I'm going to go something crazy here. I'm going to go with the Rams over the Niners. That line moved down. Yeah, the Rams just totally blew out Seattle. I didn't watch that game, but I just kept checking out the score, and I was like, what the hell is going on over there? Stafford threw for over 300 yards, and just these no-name receivers were popping out. It's a divisional game. Rams are at home. I think that's more of an upset pick in terms of them keeping it close, which it seems to be the money's coming in on the Rams side, because I saw the line open at like 8.5, 9, and now it's at 7. So people are kind of having my line of thinking on that. But yeah, I'm going to roll with the Rams over the Niners.
Wow.
And I just spoke the gospel on the Niners about how good they are, and now here I am saying they're going to lose. But
that's crazy. I mean, I picked the Steelers to beat them last week, and that didn't happen. So.
Yeah.
But I wish you best of luck on that.
Thank you.
On that one.
Kind of a crazy shot, but hey, I'm going to go for it.
It is crazy.
So yeah, that's upset alert. I got Rams over Niners, and you got Pats over Dolphins.
Yes, sir, I do.
Very cool.
Should we go over our all 32 league standings?
Go for
There's
it.
not much to really cover here, but I mean,
6-pack Michelob.
I'm really scared of Chris's team is all I have to say.
Yeah, Chris
is dominating right now.
The only 4-0 team. Niners, Lions,
4-0?
Browns. Yeah, he's 4-0.
The Bucks won too?
Bucks won. They beat the Vikings.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, his team is pretty scary.
Yeah, Chris, I did text him when the Lions won, and I said, like, I'm happy you got a point, but now I'm not happy because now he's winning.
Yeah, he's the only 4-0 team
Jake's
right now.
looking pretty good too. I did bash on him a little, but
Who?
Jake?
Oh yeah. Well, Jake was 2-2, I believe, right? Eagles, Saints
better than
won,
me.
and then Texans and Giants
Are you
lost.
2-2?
Huh?
You're 2-1?
I'm 3-1.
Oh,
Jake's 2-2.
I have 1.
I'm pretty happy with where I'm at. Like I said, the Ravens didn't look too good, but they got a win, and I anticipate them winning more games down the line. Dolphins are great. Broncos, I probably could have had a better team there. I don't know off the top of my head who it would have been, but yeah, they just look like the same damn team as last year. They scored 16 points, and there was a stat last year, like if they scored like 17 plus points in every game, they would have won. I can't remember the number, but they would have been a winning team if they could just score 17 points every game.
I did hear about the 17 points thing. I think I remember telling you
Yeah,
about
in
this.
this game, they had 16.
That's crazy.
And the Raiders had 17. So
that's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then the Rams, man. The Rams might have been a sneaky good last pick because
Yeah, I'm a little scared.
that performance I just did not see coming in the slightest. But we'll take it.
I just really thought sorry.
No, I'm just gonna say I'm happy with 3-1. I like my team right now.
There's a lot of time left.
There's plenty.
The Bengals
At least you
really
aren't
let
won.
me down. I thought that was gonna be an automatic win.
The Bengals?
Yeah.
I warned you. I told you. The Browns just have their number.
Okay, well, they're not playing the Browns every week, so maybe
True.
they'll give me more.
Well,
I'm
hopefully
sure
they lose
Joel
next week too.
thought the same thing with the Chiefs.
Yeah, and I think Joel's team would have been the favorite on paper for most people, and he was lucky to get one win too. So,
I know. At least we're not Lewan.
and with our Aaron Rodgers out, the Jets are no longer a solid number 2 for him.
I
So,
know.
yeah, I don't think I have anything else to say here. I'm
No, me neither.
pretty content with where I'm at.
I mean, it's only been 1 week, but
yeah, just figured
you know.
it update you guys on the standings. But I will say, Lewan's 0-4, and it was pretty funny. And
yeah,
he said
at least we're
something.
not him.
He said he literally just won at nothing. He made a couple bets. He lost in every fantasy league.
Oh,
None of his teams won.
so worse than you.
Worse than me, if you can believe it.
Yeah, so how did you? What's the betting for this week?
So yeah, we're
to
gonna
wrap
close
it up?
out with a little betting segment. I don't even want to look at my history. It's so damn ugly for the past week. But yeah, I lost everything. Let me get the face real quick. Okay. I bet on the Vikings when it was like 7-3. They were still plus
Where'd you
200.
start on Saturday?
What's that? Oh, Saturday I threw $100 on Pitt to come back, and I was gonna spend like 2 minutes on Pitt, like I said, and I will. They looked like total dog shit for 3 quarters, and I was really getting frustrated. It's just, man, that QB Drakova comes over from BC and just really has our hopes high, and he just looked totally out of sorts in the offense. There was just no continuity, no fluidness to the offense at all. The O-line didn't do him any favors, and he was under pressure for a lot of the night, but even still just turning the ball over, a really bad fumble when they were driving, and takes a sack on 4th and 9 when they're driving to win the game in Cincinnati territory. Just a really, really awful game. They did almost come back. It was 27-7 going to the 4th, and they ended up losing 27-21.
That was tough.
But it's just so sloppy, and I just like the Wofford game should have been like a preseason warm up. You know what I mean? To have all those growing pains not be existing, and it looked like the first game of the season, and like everything was out of sorts, and it was really tough to watch. I threw $100 on them to win when they were losing big, and it would have been a great payout, and they fell just short. But huge game tonight, and I'm very excited for it. The Backyard Brawl, the game that birthed my fandom in them last year when they played West Virginia.
West Virginia, yeah. I was gonna say Virginia,
this time they are in West Virginia, and we're getting close to. This might be like a must-win game. If you're 1-2, not looking good, and they haven't played a conference game yet, which is what really
How many
matters.
games do they play in a season?
12, and then 13 would be the bowl game. Yeah.
I see. Okay.
Got to win this game. Must-win game. Again, it's not a conference game, so in terms of competing for an ACC championship, it doesn't have that much say. It doesn't have any say. But they have some tough games coming up. UNC, I believe, is the week after. And you just got to get things started out the right way and just get on the right foot. So I'm going to throw money on them tonight.
Perfect.
Going to have to.
Yes.
I was thinking about doing a Pittsburgh parlay, doing the Pirates tonight, Pitt football, and then on Monday,
Oh, that's
throw the
fun.
Steelers in too. Yeah,
That's
I might
very
do
fun.
something like that.
I like that.
I also bet CJ Ham to score, which I thought was a cool one. He's the fullback for the Vikings, but it didn't happen. Man, look at all these losses. Jesus Christ. And the fucking, dude, Ryan Tannehill crushed my hopes and dreams.
I cannot believe you
Fucking
bet on the
oh.
Titans. Makes no sense to me.
That I bet on the Titans, I know.
I was shocked when I heard you did that.
For context, my friend Joel is a big Titans fan, and, we
They just shit on him
chirp
for
at each
it.
other all the time. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I was like, you know what? I think they're going to win this game. And they
Like,
lost by freaking 1. And my other teams were the Dolphins, who took care of business, and who's the other team? I'm blanking. But they won too. And it came down to Tannehill. And he threw 3 picks. Looked like total shit. And I was very angry about that. I put 70 on it to win around 400 and missed out by 1 point. So, were you going to say something?
No, I was just gonna emphasize my shock just because of how much shit you talked to Joel about the Titans.
Yep.
And then all of a sudden bet on them to win makes no sense.
Well, you're going to have a similar comment here because did I keep it in my... Oh, it didn't stay in my slip. Oh, yeah, it did. All right, so here's the parlay for this week.
Okay.
I'm going to start off with the shocker. I'm betting on the Chiefs.
I was gonna guess when you said that.
Yeah. Chiefs minus 3.5. That lined open at 2.5, I believe, so I would like to get the field goal, but even still, I mean, Chiefs 0-2 just seems impossible.
So
And
it's
like I said, they're getting their stars back. And the Jags didn't look entirely impressive against the Colts, although I still think that they're a good team. But I just don't see the Chiefs going 0-2. And like I said, I would like to get the 3 points, but I think the Chiefs can handle them relatively easy.
Okay.
So I have them first. Second, I love this one. The Steelers at home, underdogs. I think people are drinking the Browns Kool-Aid a lot.
I always forget about them.
Yeah, they totally dominated the Bengals, and I think that kind of is going to skew people's view of what they actually are. There's another crazy stat. They haven't won in Pittsburgh in a long time.
Okay.
It was probably since the Baker playoff game, actually. So,
I like that
what was
too.
the stat I heard? It was cool, and I was excited to bring it on air. The Steelers have won 25 consecutive Monday night home football games.
Wow.
Isn't that insane?
That's crazy.
Yeah.
I like that pick.
Yeah, and they're underdogs. Tomlin, underdog again at home. Of course, he was last week, and everyone was making that point.
Mm-hmm.
But I think it's legit this time, and he won't lose 2 in a row at home. So I have that one second. Third, I have the Giants, -4 against the worst team in the league. They are on the road, but again, I think
Wait, who are they against?
Arizona.
Oh, well.
They're not as bad as what they showed against the Cowboys. They made the playoffs last year. It might have been a little bit fluky, but even still, they are not that bad.
And it's the Cardinals.
Right. And similar situation, well, not even, because if the Chiefs are 0-2, they'll probably be fine in the end. But if the Giants start out 0-2, it might get really ugly. So they really, really need this game. Getting only 4 points, they should be able to win that game pretty handily.
Mm-hmm.
So I have them third. And then this one, I threw in at the end. I have the Saints money line. They're in Carolina. Bryce Young making his second start. They are on the road, but Saints have a great defense, and I think that's going to rattle Bryce Young a little bit. I think they only scored 10 or 14 points. Didn't have a good offensive showing. I didn't watch any of that game as well. I haven't seen Bryce Young's stat line, but only seeing 14 points on the board makes me think that the Saints defense is going to give him hell in his second game. So, yeah, that brings us to plus 1231 odds. I'm going to do 15 to win almost 200. We're locked in.
Good luck.
Thank you very much. All right.
Is that it?
I believe so. We're about at the same time as last time.
Let's go.
We're trying to make it shorter, but...
No, I think it's okay.
Cool.
Whatever.
All
People can skip the boring parts if they want.
True.
They can skip around. That's all right.
Yeah, that's pretty much all I got. I feel much better now than I did earlier. I was like so woozy and just not into it, but the show got me back on good vibes. So
let's go.
Yeah, LFG. Thank you guys for tuning in for episode 2. We really appreciate your support as always, as we mentioned to kick off the show, and we'll say it again to end. Thank you very much.
All right.
Not just sports.
Thank you.